Hey, hello everyone, I'm back and now we'll talk about a different kind of while. In fact, here you have the standard while, if I can say that. We will try to work with something else. And first, I want to talk about the do while. So I will keep the same example and I will put it here. So the do while, you have to use it that way. So it will do something, and after it will check if this condition is true. And if this is true, it will go back at the beginning, like a standard one. So here you can see, I will put it back to 11 to see clearly. It's absolutely the same thing. So you will see, you can say, so what is the difference between while and do while? I will show you the difference. The difference is, for instance, if I put 0 in it and I will launch a program again, you will see it will print 1. In fact, when you do a do while, the difference between a while and a do while is that this content will be done at least one time. So it will do that, and then check for a while. So if you want to, sometimes you want to do something at least one time and repeat it if something occurs. So this is how do you do it. So first, do, you have to put a bracket here after the while, and you have to terminate it by a semicolon. So here you have so the do while. It can be useful sometimes, but yeah, it's just to talk about it quickly. But I will now talk about something else. It's for loop. It's a loop like while, like do while, but it's different. In fact, I prefer use it. I will show you how it works. So you have to do a for loop. It's a loop like a while, absolutely the same idea. But in the parentheses, in fact, you have 3 elements to put in. And these 3 elements are stored in 3 placement, and they are separated by semicolon. That means that the first element is here, the second element is here, and the third element is here. And this is very important. In fact, the first element will always be the element that you will use to go through. That means the element, it's called initialization. For instance, here I create the variable. Here I initialize the value to 1. So the first piece of code before the semicolon, the first semicolon, is the initialization. In the middle, it's the standard syntax that you will use on while and on do while. Here it will be var1, it's not equal to 11. This is standard. After the last semicolon, you will have to put what we call an incrementation. I think it's the English word for it. So this is an incrementation. So let's copy, cut and paste it here. Remove the semicolon, of course. And here we are. You have the for command that done exactly the same thing. So of course you will say, if it's exactly the same thing, why should I use for instead of while? But it's very important because there is a big difference that with for you will never forget to initialize and you will never forget to increment. This can happen in a while or something else. So I like this syntax because it's very clear and obvious that you have done everything right. You have initial as a file, as a variable, sorry, and you have incremented. You have incremented it. And here, of course, is checking. So, as long as var1 is not equal to 11, it will print the results of var1. So, this element is often used. This increment by 1 is something very often used. So, you can abbreviate it to var++. In fact, if you write var++, it means var equals var1, it's equals to var1 plus 1. So this is how you increment a variable, var1++. So you can use this syntax, and I encourage you to use that. So that way you can never forget anything. So yeah, this is about it, and I hope to see you soon for the next videos. I don't want to do something else because it will not be related, but you have to find out if you want to use the standard while or of course the do while. But I encourage you to use often the for to do your loop, because it's kind of very, like I said, very helpful. So yeah, so see you in the next video.